Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Welcome back to Dragon Age Rise of the Kunari. When last we met, some of our heroes fought in one of the bloodiest wars that they have seen yet, and some of our heroes finally managed to destroy their hated enemies, the Grey Cloaks, or so it seems, at an odd little cost to what seems like nothing. It seemed like more of a personal vendetta than really a mission to save the land, but nonetheless, our heroes survived. It was a tough fight, but in the end, they emerged victorious. You met a new ally, someone who claims to be keeping a dragon reservation far up north. She bid you adieu, and you bid your new ally adieu as well, and she flew off to go proceed to her mission. Nonetheless, it did add some questions as to just how many dragons are still left in the world. But you proceeded back, stayed a night in Redcliffe, and then marched on. It was a long trip, but you have all finally returned to Skyhold, with only just a measly 3 or 4 days to really recuperate. But nonetheless, it is time to relax. You may begin.
Well, Jacqueline's gonna be in the spa that her and Arik made.
Poor
You know,
Sos is gone.
yeah, Lyria will also join her because she needs to relax after this trip. She almost died a couple of times.
And got further fucked by Solus.
You know what? Fuck off!
Poor Sos is going to try and get the plan of hiring pirates to raid Kunari ships in motion, or help the Inquisition in doing that.
And Saris is going to join the others. Have they just made it home, or?
Yeah, I'll say that everyone kind of arrived back. It's been maybe about, half an hour since everyone got back.
Then the first thing she's going to look for is Blondie.
Blondie is indeed back. He actually went on the raid to the Great Cloak.
Yeah, he healed Lyria.
He is indeed still alive.
Good day, Blondie.
Yeah. She's going to make sure that he's okay first.
Yeah, he's okay. He's still like it's been a long trip, so most of the wounds that anyone sustained has kind of vanished. But you can tell he at least by some of the fact that he's got a new different wardrobe on, that he was definitely in a big fight.
She's just going to hear him out for a brief while, and then she's going to see about the others. And she's going to join people in the, what was it, a bath, or what?
Yeah, it's a spa that Arik and I
Hot
created.
springs.
Oh, okay. She's going to join the others in the hot spring.
Mm-hmm. Blondie will tell Saris a bit about what happened and a bit about how he has some questions as about what was the true motive behind that overall setup. But he'll bid her adieu, give her a hug, give her a kiss, and then he'll let her go about her business.
Well, Serena will go to her room and get changed, take a nap, and then she wants to go and see the Lord Inquisitor.
All right, you may go so. You proceed into the.
Come on, do someone else first. I'm still
okay.
stuffing my face.
Sorry, who is in the hot springs at the moment?
Lyria, Jacqueline, and whoever else wants to join.
Saris will kind of just As soon as she sees you, she'll just be, "Hey, hey, good to see you guys." And she'll just wave, and she'll come over.
Hey, Saris.
It's good to see you. Good to know that. Well, I think things went relatively well. I'm guessing it wasn't without a few bumps, but I'm really happy to see you back.
Well, thankfully we didn't lose our Lady Inquisitor here.
She kind of rubs the back of her head. Yeah, that almost happened.
You need to remember to cast your mage armor.
I get so busy, I just tend to forget, okay?
Sarah's will get in the water, and she'll come over and hug you.
She blushes just a bit, because
Naked hags for the win.
naked hugs.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to bother Sarah's at all, really. She actually doesn't seem to think of it, and she just says, "Well, I'm really, really happy that you're still here."
She's got a couple of new scars.
It doesn't kill you.
Well, if it weren't for Blondie, Yvonne, and Krem, I would probably be dead, so...
Well,
Mostly Yvonne.
I mean,
We'll have to find him and thank him later.
well, there is quite a few very skilled individuals around here. But I'll pass your thanks on to Blondie if that's okay.
Of course.
Well, after about, I'd say, a couple hours in the spa, Jacqueline will get out, head back, look for the tavern to look for the red-headed elf woman that has taken a shine to her.
She's probably in Kirkwall, though, on the way back.
Well, no, everyone's returned, like you guys and them.
Oh, we returned at the same time.
Pretty close. You guys arrived first, and they would just be arriving back. But you just said 2 hours, so yeah, within that
And
within
the
that
hot
amount of
spring
time,
is
they
a
would have returned.
couple-hour walk from Skyhold.
Well, if I knew that, I'd go for Cullen first, but oh well. I didn't.
course.
So now I'm stuck
Of
with
course.
Lestrin.
I mean, he is pretty, so...
Who is?
This is out of character. Lastrin is very pretty, because that's why I chose that photo. Because it was badass.
But he's no Cullen, though. No offense. No. Anyway, back in.
Yeah, Lyria would also join Jacqueline in heading to the tavern. She's got a certain someone to find.
A certain
You guys want company?
Sure, we could always use
Sure.
a partner.
All right.
Another partner in crime.
Not so much crime unless we're looking to destroy the tavern.
Well,
True, let's not do that.
yeah, let's not.
So are you guys in the tavern now?
We
They'll
are
be arriving, I think.
to the tavern. It's gonna
But
take
it
2 hours.
takes a bit. Yeah, it takes about an hour. I guess I can go to Lestrin now. No?
Yeah, when you guys go to the tavern, there are only 2 people there. One is Nassel, and then the other is Krem.
What a coincidence.
And then as you approach, you hear this conversation. And so that's what I'm telling you. You just have to be a little bit more forceful. I mean, after all this thing and they still treat you like that, I would not settle for that. Yes, but that's not precisely the point. I mean, causes too much attention, and that's the last thing I want. And it never really got me anywhere from the first place anyway. Yes, but you're a warrior. You should be proud. Oh, it seems we have company.
Gonna say, talking about your conquests in bed.
Oh, me? No. I'm saying that if someone decides to tell you what you should and shouldn't be, you should promptly turn around and stab them in the face. And then she looks at you and she's like, I'm kidding, dear. But no, don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't be. Not like that, anyway.
Yuri kind of raises an eyebrow. Or, well, shouldn't really have eyebrows, but
The tattoos on her brows.
yeah.
She raises
Despite
a
my
tattoo.
Despite my heritage, one of the first things that one of the first people I ever met outside of the woods decided to try and do was to tell me that I couldn't be an elf, that I belonged to him, and tried to cut off my ears. So I promptly hung him from a tree.
Sounds reasonable.
Seriously, Krem. Do not allow anyone to tell you what you can and can't be. You are
Sure.
what you are.
She kind of looks at Krem. What's going on? Do you need help with something?
It was an old past conflict that I've settled now. It's just something I was remembering. Had to deal with.
She would nod.
Something that destroyed my relationship with my mother.
The intricacies of the Tevinter Imperium, I'm guessing.
Hmm.
He nods. It wasn't an easy life for one such as me.
I bet not.
I don't understand why this world has to be so judgmental. I always preferred it back when everything was such free-spirited.
Then magic came into the world and fucked everything up.
I wouldn't say magic came into the world. I would say ignorance came into the world.
Saris just smiles and just asks, "Can I buy you a drink?"
Are you talking to me or Jacqueline, dear?
Not Jacqueline, the other person. She'll
Krem.
Krem. There's certainly enough ignorance to go around.
Krem kind of looks up and he says, "Sure, yes."
And she will buy a drink.
You guys sit in somewhat peaceful solitude, considering how you are the only ones in the bar at the moment. And you can see that the original bartender has returned. It is no longer Eye Patch right now.
Oh, why not? Lyria has more fun with him.
Eye Patch is currently in the med bay getting some stitches removed.
Oh, fuck. If Danos was in the bar, I could easily heal that with a couple of wands I have.
Well, this was a pretty serious one. He took a lot of damage. And Nazo kind of looks up and she says, "So how?" And she says, "So tell me," in kind of like this little girly, almost childish voice. And she's like, "So tell me what happened. It was so boring here. I want to know what happened down there."
Well, we fought the Grey Cloaks. Turns out they had a dragon. Almost killed us.
Almost died several times.
That was your own fault.
You know what? Shut up, Jacqueline.
I keep on telling you.
Ooh.
You need to
so
work on using your mage armor.
Ooh, so spicy.
don't think it would have helped.
Lyria, dear, you're turning red. What's wrong?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, she's just mad that I keep on pestering her about misuse of spells.
And Aso
I will
comes up.
misuse a spell right up your butt if you keep it up.
Ooh. Krem just looks up and he's like, please don't. This will be the third table we've lost.
I'll be nice.
And Aso comes up to Lyria and, I kid you not, sniffs her. And she goes, oh.
Oh shit, this is literally like right after the scene with Solus.
Yeah.
Her clothes
And
smell like him.
Aso looks at Lyria. And her
What?
smile, like, she starts off with a really, really wide smile. And then she slowly, very slowly, her smile goes into a blank and then goes into somewhat of a frown.
Something wrong in us all.
She slowly starts to back away from Lyria. And just looks at her. Lyria, is there
What?
something you would like to tell us?
I have nothing I would like to tell any of you, quite frankly.
She squints her eyes at you and looks like
What's
she's
going
trying
on?
to figure out what's going on.
And us all, what did you smell?
Wolf,
Wolf.
She kind of narrows her eyes a little bit.
I don't remember any wolves on our expedition.
and Aso's eyes go wide. That son of a...
And very quickly, she's going to send a message to Solus. I've been found out.
Yep, and
Well, that's provided Solus is in range. Because
Oh,
message
he-
only has
oh.
100 plus 10 feet per level range.
there's another spell she can do, but he's definitely got. He's also got a sending stone. Let's see what happens here. She has Eyes of the Arcane. Okay, yeah, she sees that, and Aso's immediately going to draw her weapon and point it straight at Lyria with an arrow drawn.
Whoa.
Whoa, Anaso.
At which point the tattoos start to glow.
She's
Wait,
been
everyone,
compromised.
everyone cool it. Everyone cool it.
Can we
She's
take a
been-
pause?
She has been compromised.
What the hell do you mean compromised?
Her memories have been altered. She has spoken with the Wolf of Fenrail. She is working with Solus.
Great.
Well, if you're so sure, we should restrain her and get her to the mages so we can fix those memories.
Okay, so we'll pause. We'll pause right there for just a moment as we go to Serena and the Inquisitor scene. That will be something important. So, Serena, you proceed to the Inquisitor's office.
Yeah, I knock on the door.
Come in.
Still open the door, close it behind her. Walk towards. I suppose he's sitting at his office or something.
Yep,
Lord Inquisitor.
Serena. Out of all of the people that fought in Kirkwall, he appears to have the least amount of damage done to him.
Makes sense.
Well, I assumed he didn't even go, but anyway. I see you're back and well.
Yes, back in fighting fit.
May I
Somewhat,
sit?
some. Yes, you may.
Thank you. She'll sit.
What did you wish to talk about, Serena?
Well, I had a formal request, so to speak.
Go on.
I would like to acquire a rank.
What kind of rank are you looking to acquire?
Well, I don't know, man. That's, I guess, for you to decide. It is.
Well, I could officially make you one of Liliana's crows.
Is that what my role so far has been?
Well, I'm curious what you would say as to rank if you would wish to start garrisoning troops, if you would wish. It depends on what assignments you would like to take up, because with rank does come some responsibility. Most of your duties have been more along the title of crow.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose I want to do something like I've already been doing, just more of it. Like, I've already been kind of leading missions, kind of coordinating it, but not officially.
All right. I could perhaps promote you to rank of Raven, and then Liliana would be the one who would run most of your assignments.
Also,
You would have some additional duties, but it would give you higher rank and some higher pay.
And less time with Colin.
well, I've been working quite a lot anyway, so I'm ready to take up whatever responsibilities there are.
He chuckles a bit.
I mean, with the current situation, things will be tedious, I expect. Um, I also wanted to talk about, the next assignment that is coming up. Up in
Yeah.
the Dayless lands, no offense to you. Um, by the way, out of character, on the map, uh, have you pointed out the areas of the map where the other places where we need to go are?
Yes, I'll need to mark them, but yeah, you know where they are.
So one is in the South Sea, you said, and one is in the swamps. In the swamps, meaning the Korkari Wilds.
Yes,
Okay, okay,
and then one is in the Dalish Wood.
yeah. So, um, there are three locations we need to go to, right?
Yes, I understand. It's we may need to somewhat split our resources here, but if we can at least prevent one of them from destroying, we
Yes,
win.
that's what I wanted to propose actually, because I've been I've been worrying since that when we found out that Raven and Porthos and Gander were mind fucked, so to speak. We don't know if there are other agents in the ranks. So, what I would propose would be to split into three and make the missions secret to the ones who are taking them,
Ah,
so to speak. Like, people shouldn't know where they go or why until they are almost there, pretty much.
I see. That's a good idea. I think I'll arrange that.
And if I were to send, I would prefer not to go to the Dailies lands.
He kind of tilts his head and he's like, "Why would you not wish to go to the Dalish lands?"
Well, apart from you being open-minded as you are, generally my experience with Dalish haven't been the very best. I'm viewed of more of like an abomination. And also, I believe that your sister would be best with them, and they could, like, the Dailish mages could help her and the whole mission, I believe. The other thing, one of the map is in the sea. Maybe you can use the pirates for that?
Oh yes, I know. I've already talked with Rex about that. Yes.
I could go to the swamps.
Have you been to the Kakari Wilds?
No.
Kind of raises an eyebrow.
But I haven't been in the Dalish lands either. But at least it's closer to where I've been, I suppose. I don't know. I guess that's for you to decide. Just. I mean, technically, Morrigan should know the area very well since he's from there. And I wouldn't mind joining Morgan if I can
Kind
be
of.
of help there. But that's up to you, I suppose.
He nods a little bit. Yes, I could see that working. He gets out some paperwork and he's like, starts writing stuff down. He's like, Serena Strickland, official title, Raven of the Inquisition. Puts out a piece of paper, seals it. He asks you for your Inquisition badge. He does something to it. He kind of waves his hand over it, and you see a little bit of a glow, and then he hands it back to you. And then he signs down something on a piece of paper, and he goes over to his board, and he marks your name with a symbol. He comes back and sits down, and he says, "Done. Congratulations. You are now
Thank you.
title of Raven of the Inquisition."
I will serve the title rightfully.
Smiles. I'm sure you will. Have you seen my sis recently?
Not since we arrived, but
Indeed. I
I
need
should
to.
warn you, like, well, we almost lost her a couple of times.
I know. I figured as much. I need to go see her. I should probably go do that right
Just,
now.
yeah, go easy on her though. Like, I know she has responsibilities, but she's barely a child still.
Indeed. Would you care to join me?
Yeah, sure. Let's.
I could use a drink myself. And going back to the scene with Anasel pointing an arrow right at Lyria's face. And
And
has
her
just revealed.
hand outstretches and just black energy starts swirling around it.
To which I drop a dispelling bomb.
Oh, you cunt.
I'm sorry.
That's a waste of a level 4 spell slot.
It's not a spell slot for me.
For Lyria, it was.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, before we start having a fight in the middle of the tavern, can someone please tell me what the fuck is going on?
She is working with Solus. I believe she's been tampered
Yeah,
with
but-
somehow. She's been compromised.
So
Her
we're just
dreams
gonna-
have been altered.
Restrain her. Questions later.
I'm really sorry about this. And unless someone comes into the scene, Sarah's just going to attempt to try and restrain her.
Okay. Krem will.
God, touch
for
attacks
Krem-
are a really bad idea.
Yep. Krem will aid.
Isn't
And
Graham an agent too?
Jacqueline's going to use message to get the Lord Inquisitor's attention to this.
Yep, he gets that message when he's almost to the tavern.
So we open the door and we
So
get in, and we see what?
yeah, so before you get to the tavern, you hear kind of a little boom from Jacqueline's little
Bomb.
bomb thing that makes just kind of this odd little sound.
Oh, we'll look
And
at the Inquisitor.
And I'm really, really sorry about this, Saris, but she's going to use excruciating deformation.
That does not sound nice.
It's not.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Is there any visual representation of this being done?
No, it does not mention any kind of.
Yep. So there are several things that will happen here, though. As this is coming forth, your Saris and Krem go to grab you.
Mm-hmm.
So first things first, here we'll roll initiative for everyone in the tavern, and then Serena and the Inquisitor will also roll initiative to see who goes first, because there will be some nasty stuff happening.
But I'm going to ask you to do my rolls for me since I only have my phone at the moment.
I got you.
And yes, technically, Krem is also compromised. He should be helping her.
He is, but remember, Serena and Krem were wiped, not changed like you were.
No, you said that Krem had his mind changed.
Yeah, he got mazed. He didn't get possessed by. He got changed, and he got mind wiped. He didn't get directly aided with Solus, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you were put under control. Serena and Krem were wiped and did the whole Jedi mind trick. They think everything's fine, but they're not even aware.
Woo, 15. Nothing.
So, but
11
plus 3.
I'm gonna start writing them down. So, can you read them out loud to me so I can write them?
So Serena will be 15. Saris is 11.
Mm-hmm.
Jacqueline is 12. Lyria is 15.
Shayna, what's your
Saris will go first.
Yeah, but
Saris will definitely go first.
Saris rolled in 11.
Serena.
Oh, I'm sorry. Serena will go first because Serena has a higher dex.
Maybe Porthos wants to get into that action too, maybe?
Is Porthos there?
Well, he could be coming
He's
in.
not.
Is he not at the tavern or close by at all?
Did say he was going to try and help the Inquisition.
Okay.
Help
Yep.
with the pirate.
Oh yeah.
thing.
So the Lord Inquisitor got 12, and Anasio got 27.
Whoa!
What does the Lord Inquisitor have for dex? Because I got a 16.
He has a 16.
So roll us off.
Lord Inquisitor got a 19. You got a 20. So Jacqueline will go first on that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna post here on the side chat, and I'm also gonna did I get everything?
Oh, I forgot to roll for Krem. Shit, I'll roll
Oh
Krem.
yeah, I roll for Krem, and then I will do that. Really?
I'm sorry. Add 4 to that because he's got more. So that will be 12 for
Oh
Krem.
fuck! What's his dex?
Krem's dex is 16.
So he needs to roll as well.
Oh my god, this is perfect.
I can guarantee you he's not going to beat
Yeah,
a 20.
yeah. It's gonna go in the tie order. It's going to go Jacqueline, Inquisitor, Krem. who all apparently seem to be moving at the same time.
Yeah. And I'm
Hey,
gonna post on the
we're-
thing too.
We're in tuned with each other.
Okay, let me do this better because this is looking a bit like shite. There. Okay. Fucking great. Kat, what are you doing there? Get the fuck out.
Okay, so Serena, as you approach, you and the Inquisitor see Anaso pointing an arrow at Lyria. You see Lyria getting ready to cast something, and you see Krem and Saris go to attack Lyria, and the last thing you heard was restrain her, question her later. And so Anasa will go first, and she's going to see the spell. So
Keep in mind, she does not know what this spell is because there is no.
Visual
I know
representation.
there's no
Visual.
thing. I'm just looking up a spell here.
But doesn't she have Eyes of the Arcane, which allows her to see spells even if they're invisible? Or is that something else?
Oh, she can see magic flow, and she knows there's spell going, but she doesn't know what it is.
She would know that it is necromancy, though.
Okay, so it is necromancy.
No, it
I'm
is not
still-
necromancy.
I'm
It
still
is
excited to-
transmutation.
I'm
Transmutation.
still excited to know what exactly is going to happen.
It's gonna be really nasty. I will say that.
At least
Um,
it's not Finger of Death.
It might be worse.
So roll me a reflex save, please.
Me?
Lyria. No, Lyria. Just Lyria.
Okay. Let me get up to her saves because I cannot for the life of me remember. No, that's not a terrible number. $20.
Okay, so roots from the ground come up and try and entangle you, and they don't manage to ensnare you, so you only take 2 damage. As one of the roots kind of cuts your foot. Serena.
Yes. Well, for the moment, I'm confused because I see an asshole attacking Lyria, who I'm very protective of, so I'm going to try and stop her from doing that. So let's see. I will.
But you also heard Jacqueline say restrain her and question her later.
Yeah, but that doesn't give me much info. So I will pretty much point my bow on an asshole and ask what the fuck is going on and just stay in that position and hold my action because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
As a free action, since she didn't use it, she will respond, she's been compromised. Yeah, that's 3 words. She's been compromised.
And when I hear that, I'll point the bow to Lyria instead, but towards her legs, not towards her face.
For a crippling shot. All right. Lyria.
Sheriff, make me a fortitude save.
The worst one. What's the difficulty?
Hang on, let me check what her saves are. This is a... Oh, bugger. I don't remember the spell level. I think it's 3rd, but I don't remember. I'm gonna go check.
I believe it's going to be a 16 then.
17
I
if
saved.
it's...
Oh, she saves.
22. 22. I saved.
Okay, yeah, no matter what, you would have saved because her highest save right now is a 19. Hang on, it's fortitude partial, so...
So unless you have evasion.
Okay, so you
She
have
has evasion.
resisted the spell for 1 round. She can keep going
We'll see
as
how
long
long
as she is touching you.
Let's see how long that keeps up.
Okay, so Jacqueline.
Another dispelling bomb.
Okay.
Actually, I can use. No, I can't do concentration to avoid it. Damn.
It works as dispel magic.
So Jacqueline, since it is combat, go ahead and roll me your throwing to hit her.
It's a +10 bot.
Okay, I will roll it. Actually, even if it misses, hold on, which it does, because that misses her AC.
Oh yeah, that misses her
But
AC.
since I have splash weapon mastery, I get
Yeah,
to alter it by a +1 or -1 from distance.
from its starting. Yep, so either way, that will get splash on her. Roll me reflex save, Lyria.
Okay.
Nope,
11.
you are dispelled.
And she levels another glare at Jacqueline,
Got more where that comes from.
wasting her fucking spells.
It's what I'm there for, sweetie.
Okay, Lastrin is going to come in. And let's see here. Okay, he's specialized in that, so this might work. Lyria, he's going to look at you and say, "Sis, stop." He's going to point his staff at you and roll me a will save.
Okay, that's her good save.
I know it is.
Nope.
Ooh, that fails.
Rolled
You're held.
horribly.
Hold person, you're held.
Her eyes just
And-
kind of narrow as she looks at her brother.
All right. Krem is going to. Well, Krem is actually going to hold his action until Saris makes a declaration. But Saris, go ahead and make your declaration. Then Krem's going to do his thing.
Sarah's is just gonna hold her. She's just gonna. I don't know if you're held. If that makes it easier.
Yeah, she's double held basically. You have her grappled, and she's also held by hold person.
She's just gonna grapple her and make sure she can't move.
Okay.
Sarah's
She's
again doesn't know
paralyzed
too much
and
about
held.
arcane magic, so
Yep.
she's not sure that this helps.
Yep. To speed things along, you are helpless, Lyria, and because I believe you're grappled and held. I mean, at this point, I believe declaration of helpless is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
She's helpless as soon
And
as hold
you're
person
1
takes
against
hold.
6.
So Krem is going to come up, and it's going to be lights out, Lyria.
And she would send a message
Flipper
just before
hold.
that happens.
Sure thing. So Krem is going to take the pommel of his sword, and it's going to be lights out.
Then she would just
You could
go
have done
limp in Sheriff's arms,
Jesus.
completely unconscious.
Yep.
As soon as she drops, Sarah's will look quite panicked. She casts some sort. Did she do a thing? She looks around, quite panicked.
Okay. Lord Inquisitor seems to be talking to someone, and then you see a couple other guards, and you also see Alistair come by, of all people. And he says, he brings some manacles, and he says, use these to restrain her mouth, her eyes, make sure she does not move. And after they go up and take her away, and he goes and marches her off to her cell, he comes back to the bar, and he says, Now, what in the hell happened?
I'd like to know too.
And Asal?
Your sister is working with Solus. She's been compromised. I can smell the wolf on him, on her.
How can this be?
You're positive of this? Yes. Okay. Okay. Damn.
So have mages look for mind control and other such things?
That would be best, yes. I'll need some help with this.
We need all the
Well,
help
I
we
offer
can
my
get with
services.
this. But who can we trust, really?
We can't trust anyone anymore.
So we start doing periodic looks into people's psyches to determine whether or not that they are still on our side.
Do we even have the resources to go through that? Do you know how many people there are within the keep alone?
Yes, but so far we've discovered someone that is second in command. I'm sorry, if I were to take control of someone of a rival organization and choose the second in command, I wouldn't go for anybody else.
Well, you're not him, though, and from what we know, he used to have many, many agents. Both him and the Kunari. We don't know how things are now, or
Wasn't she in that temple with him alone?
she was, yes.
Where he escaped?
Yes.
I'm just saying, like, I don't like this any more than you do, but
How do we know that it wasn't from before? Why did she go there and lock herself in there?
that's my question.
Well,
Well,
we
one
know
of my
her to
questions.
have a kind soul.
Will
So it
that
could have
matter?
happened then, it could have happened earlier, it could have happened later, for all we know. It's useless right now to speculate when it happened.
Can we undo it? Can we fix this?
That'll take some
Since
time.
she's unconscious, she is technically in the Fade, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Hehehe.
Yeah, great idea. Great idea. Awesome.
Keep in mind, I never said knock her out.
Yeah,
I said restrain her.
yeah, poor crab. But I think that Jacqueline is right in that we need to sweep everyone, if that's even possible. And of course, waste time doing that, which is time that we don't have, and he gains.
Well, I'd rather lose a little bit of time to him and make sure nobody else is affected than have more people affected come up and stab us in the back while we have the same amount of time as he does.
Agreed. How will it be done, though?
Hmm.
It can't be done openly, because if someone is, they might run or who knows what else.
We'd have to figure out a way to find out exactly what has been done to her, and then we can figure out how to do it discreetly. How is Enisol holding up?
Both Anasol and the Inquisitor have gone very quiet.
Jacqueline's gonna place a hand on Enisol's shoulder. You okay?
Oh, yes, dear. It's nothing. Lord Inquisitor, can I speak with you alone, please? And they both go out and they go walk towards what looked like the cell area.
Serena will go and pour herself some mead because she really needs a drink. Actually, no. Still, drink some brandy because that one's a stiff drink.
Jacqueline's going to wait a little bit and then follow the Lord Inquisitor and Enisol to the cells.
Are you okay, Saris?
No, I'm not.
I didn't expect this.
Neither did I. But how can we expect to do anything if you can affect people like this? I didn't. Sucks.
We have to do our best and we can't give up because if we will, well,
I know that, but like, just have people working.
we'll find a way. I'm sure. We have to.
Well,
Have to.
sure, but
I just hate not being able to have control over simple fucking things. What if we're all
yeah,
affected?
that's kind of my question. If we don't know, then
What if we're like
what if we all
brainwashed
somehow are
and then
affected?
we're waiting for a fucking code word and then we flip?
Yeah, I know.
I
And besides, the idea of being the plaything of whatever that
all I know
asshole's
is
name
that
is, Solus. I mean,
if he has messed with my mind, if I want to kill him one time now, I will want to fucking kill him slowly and painfully if he has messed with my mind. It's just, and he has messed with Lyria. I'm gonna fucking geld him.
I'm gonna go somewhere and I don't know. I could really use with some meditation. You in?
I think I'll stick with the brandy for now.
Fair enough.
This is totally lying though. She's gonna go find Kavan.
Sarah's is gonna go to a tower somewhere and be alone.
Well, sex is a great stress relief.
Well, I
So-
haven't seen him for 2 months or 3 months or 4 months or whatever, so you know.
Oh, you're all sorts of backed up.
Oh yeah.
Just a moment.
DM buffer.
I gotta scroll through the 10,000 overlays. I'm sorry.
You really should get the lifetime subscription. It's on sale right now, dude.
It is nice, and I'm tempted. I may do that. We'll see here. But let me go ahead and move my laptop here. All right. So before we do the Commander Colin thing, Lyria, are you making a declaration?
Oh yeah, she's finding solace in the Fade.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and do that
We're
first.
fucked. Pommeled in the head, of course.
So you do eventually find Solus, and in the fade, he looks different. Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. Oh my god, why is my character sheet not loading? There we go. Yeah, whatever it is she notices.
Oh yeah. His eyes are no longer that of like a typical position where they are. He has 3 eyes, 2 in the normal position, 1 in the forehead, and they're all glowing red.
That taken a little aback by that, but
I got your message, Lyria. It seems we will have to move things forward a bit.
it seems they made a mistake knocking me out, but because they sent me straight to you.
I fear I cannot trick your brother. He is a little bit too clever for that. So it seems this ruse is at an end. Very well. I will come and get you at an appointed time, and I will need your aid in this next seal anyway, and should be most insightful.
Of course.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, darling.
He smiles a bit, and he kind of looks up like he's listening to something, and then he says, "Do you love me?"
More than anything.
He nods.
Wrong choice of words.
He nods a bit, and he goes in to like give you a hug, but then he stops, and then he says, "Oh, you clever," and then like his head kind of shakes a bit, and then the 3 eyes disappear, and you see just Solus standing there. No glowing eyes, no red eyes, no 3, no nothing. And he looks around frantic, and he says, "Lyria, here," and he hands you a stone, and he says, "When you get back through the fade, when you get back to the real world, crush this. Please do as I say. You don't know
She
how much he's
nods.
going to hurt. You don't know how much he's going to hurt you when he comes back. Please promise me you will do." Oh! He falls on the ground in utter pain. He starts to his body starts to contort. Best way I can describe it. If you've seen American Werewolf in London, you know what's going on. He's starting to turn
Yep.
into a wolf, it looks like. And he says, "Go, please."
And she goes.
And when you appear back into the real world, you're blindfolded, tied, and gagged. However, you do feel something in your palm. Feels like a stone.
And she will do precisely what he said.
Hey, she will crush it. So, well, this is gonna be crazy because I just made a.
Who's in the cell with her?
No one's in the cell with her, but I just made her crush a cloud psionic stone. So, fun stuff's gonna happen here. So, Lyria, all of those memories that were altered, and like past and times and things that were shown that you were his lover and you were ally to him, those stay, but you get new ones. You see, you kind of get this envision after you crush the stone. and you see, what is it? About 5 different versions of Solus standing before you. You see the wolf. You see Solus as he is in the overlay. You see Solus with 3 eyes. You see normal Solus. And then you see some other versions of him going deeper and deeper. And then you see a version of him off to the far right. It's the last version you see. And it is somewhat demonic. He looks like that of an incubus with bat-like wings and fur growing all around him. And they all look at you, and the memories start to fade and kind of contort, and it's really confusing. It's a jumbled mess. But you start to see flashes of what looks like Solus's memory. He's arguing with himself. He's talking to something that's not there. And then you see him double over in pain. You see a shadow of a wolf above him, pressing him down with its paw and crushing his head. Not completely, but, just in pressure. And then you see another version of Solus. And then you see, once again, the normal Solus looking in the mirror and arguing with himself. And then the other version just simply snaps its fingers, and Solus, his right arm, left arm, and both of his legs just snap and break and contort. And he's almost like a marionette puppet that's lost its strings. And you hear one of the voices from the mirror say, "You are no longer our master. We are the masters, and you are the puppet. You will obey, or you will die. It is a simple choice, Solus. Now pick it." Solus kind of very weakly looks back up at the mirror, and he says in Dalish, the quote-unquote translation of "fuck you." And the wolf comes out of the mirror and slams its paw down on his chest, and blood just squirts out of his mouth. He's like, "Oh, oh." And you hear a little chuckle come from the wolf, like, and in a display of horror, the wolf eats Solus. And then slowly but surely, with the flesh and the blood that was left over from the gore, slowly starts to reform. And it forms back into Solus. And he curls into the fetal position, and the wolf kind of tilts its head at him and says, "That's what I thought. Weak little forest child." And then you see other versions of Solus just smashing his head against the wall, and you hear like voices ringing, and a woman's voice, 2 women voices, and a couple other men's voice, and then a dark growly voice of the wolf just talking in unison all at once. And it's maddening. It almost drives you to start smashing your head against the ground if you weren't restrained. And then finally it's silence, and you see Solus curled up in what looks to be a pool of water. And he says, "This was my goal, but I will not do those means to do it. This needs to be done, but not at the cost of them or her. I have done horrible things. I will not do that more to her." And you just see more pain kind of rack his body. And it says, "You will do it, Solus." "No. You'll have to kill me." "Oh, we'll kill you in the end, but we need to use you for right now. Do me a favor and stand up and go see what message that woman is sending to you now." And that's the last memory you see, Lyria.
She's a little overwhelmed, I suppose would be the word.
Little Out of breath there.
Yeah, sorry. Just imagine your mind being pulled in 6 directions. That's what it felt like.
Ooh, that's an imaginal pain.
Major migraine, I expect.
You do
Exactly. She's
notice,
probably got tears streaming down her face past the blindfold.
yeah, and here's the worst thing to make a declaration. All of your memories that were altered return, but all of your memories that were altered stay.
Oh
So
fuck! She's
you,
got
so,
2 versions of all of those memories.
right now, literally, your mind is split. So you remember everything that Solus did. You remember him violating your mind. You remember all the horrible things he did, and then at the same time, you've got all the memories that he altered too, and they're all there. Everything is there.
Fuck.
So you see 2 or 3 of everything now. So while Lyria has that lovely art
Little
happen,
mental break.
Lovely little
Oh.
mental breakdown.
yep,
Yeah, so lovely.
we'll go to Colin.
Yeah,
So
Serena,
Serena,
excitedly, kinda fucked up a knock on the door. Cause
okay,
yeah,
roll a d100 for me. I want to see what happens here.
what?
Roll a
Oh,
d100.
fuck! Come on, why you do that to me?
Who knows? You might have caught him with the elven maid.
Let's see. I need to add up his social points here to her.
Why am I the only one rolling this shit? I haven't seen it done
Serena,
with anyone else.
Serena, what's your CMD?
My what now?
Your combat.
Combat
CMD.
maneuver defense.
26. Oh my god, he's gonna tackle me.
Nat 20. Oh dear God. No, he opens the door and grabs you, and then kind of does like the classic, get in here, and then embraces you.
Okay, how many ribs did he crack? Cause
No, it was a nat 20. He did it flawlessly. He opened the door,
oh,
grabbed you, has you in embrace, and is kissing you before you even know what happens. And he's actually got you somewhat locked against the wall with both your arms up on the wall.
okay,
Ooh, someone's aggressive.
okay, let's go with it.
I mean, this is the same dude that shoved everything off of his desk to fuck the Inquisitor. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, that literally happens. The room's going to be a mess by the time this is over.
Okay, well, I guess that's happening then.
So back to the interrogation while that little romp is going.
Well, yeah, but because I'm gonna be called out in a bit, I believe. Let's go to the aftermath and talk with
Yeah,
him,
so
because
we'll
yeah.
say that after I'll be fair. I'll give you guys an hour. After about an hour,
Only an hour?
with the office in ruins, it was one damn good hour. With the office in ruins, and you guys kind of miss the bed, so there's just bed sheets over you guys on the floor. And after you guys catch your breathing and recuperate, he's like, huh. So did you want to come and tell me something? Chuckles a bit.
Yeah. I almost forgot about it, but well, I really don't want to ruin the mood, and I
Right
really
now.
don't know if I can talk about it, but okay, let's start with the good news. Of course, you didn't notice my pen because you just tossed it across the room, but
It's. I think it's over there. Hold on. He reaches over and he grabs it, takes a look at it. Oh, you've been promoted.
yes, I have. Not too long ago, just well, before I went to the tavern, before I came here, but I guess we have to talk about what happened in the tavern.
What happened in the tavern?
Well, there was an incident. Apparently, Lyria has been brain fucked by Solus.
He just kind of blinks at you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I don't know if I should be telling you this, because frankly, we don't know who's been affected by this and who hasn't. Uh,
All right.
yeah, well,
So we have no idea who could be who. Understood. Even you and me could be
even
compromised.
you and me, yes, we don't know. We will find a way to. I mean, we have to find a way to fix this, I suppose. So, how did.
Serena,
Yeah.
could you roll me a will save, please?
Why will save? I suck at will saves. Jesus. 22.
Okay. You hear whispers start to tingle in your mind, and they drop.
Do I get what kind of whispers they are?
Actually, it sounds like that dragon you talked with, Mr. Dumont.
Oh shit.
But the whispers disperse.
So I wouldn't know what they said.
Nope.
I think I need to get my brain checked.
He kind of looks at you and he says, I think all of us need to.
Yeah, but remember when I was intentionally going in the fade and I
Yeah,
spoke with Dumat with air quotes?
supposedly, yeah.
Well, I just got like a somewhat of a whisper that sounded like him. It was like a hint of a whisper, and it stopped. And I don't know what this. Ah, if you have messed with my brain, I'm going to fucking cut his legs off and have him eat them.
That seems oddly specific.
And oddly tame.
Well, I have other things in mind as well, like, but let's not get graphic here.
You see, as he's kind of sitting upright with you propped against him, you see his eyes glow green for a sec.
Serena will, pull back
Hulk?
for a bit. Do I need to roll something?
I'm rolling something for Colin.
Fuck. No.
He's hulking out.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He resists Solus's influence. He shakes his head and, like, kind of whacks himself. He says, what? Huh? What happened?
What? Your eyes glowed.
Yeah, someone was trying to intrude. I've felt that before. The Templar Order taught me how to resist that.
Oh, fuck. He must be closer than we thought he is. How the fuck do we fight something like this? I'm starting to. If it was him in the Fade, why did he give me the locations?
I don't think it was him in the Fade.
And how about the whisper now and this thing? It's
I don't think that's him. Said, remember my eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be what happens when it's Solus's influence.
So this.
I remember. Yes, now I remember. Wait a minute. When we were at the castle, the outpost,
Mhm.
do you remember Porthos? When
Yeah.
his thing happened? His eyes glowed green for just a fraction of a second. I caught it.
I didn't, but we know about Porthos since we checked Raven and then we confirmed.
Indeed, but I think that's a mark of Solus's influence. I think yours was something different.
So you have been influenced then, or
I
have
don't
been
know.
close.
I wouldn't know. If he has the
Ah,
ability to alter memories, I wouldn't know.
that means that he could have affected me as well, and I wouldn't know.
Precisely.
Um, can I roll something? See if I could figure out that maybe something happened when we did the secret thing with Cram.
Roll me a. Let me double check a sheet. Um, roll me 1d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
So +2.
Yes.
18.
You think back to that moment, and you're not entirely sure what precisely happened, but you're noticing gaps in your memory. Like stuff that you maybe shouldn't be forgetting. Like, for example, say you walked into a room and there was a real nice chandelier at the top.
Hmm.
Naturally one would think that, well, when you go back to think about that room, you'd remember the chandelier, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. There's things that, like, oh, maybe I should have remembered that, or why can't I remember the symbol on this stone, or how I felt, or how the air smelled when me and Lyria went down into that tomb.
Serena will. Uh, uh, I assume she's like leaning against some furniture, so she will like elbow the furniture and uh, expel some expletives in Elvish.
Hey, easy. I just had one of those replaced. We almost broke that too.
I think. I think I may know when that happened.
When did
And
that happen?
I see. Here's the thing.
It
I
wasn't exactly sanctioned.
Nope,
it
and not many
yeah
people knew about it.
yeah it wasn't exactly um by the book, so to speak. So I'm sorry. Um,
That
I
was
guess.
he
pitiful.
I
he
guess.
he he
I
he
guess in
raises an eyebrow.
hindsight, after okay, I guess at this point I have to tell you, and perhaps betraying Lyria's trust isn't the highest priority at the moment because of what happened. But after we returned, and before we left for Redcliffe, Lyria, Cram, and I went back to the temple because she wanted to dream walk there. And while it seems that everything was uneventful, well, in the fade, thinking back, there are some gaps. So there's something I'm missing from there.
He says, "Well, that would explain it. Why did you two decide to do that?"
Well, she asked me to join her. I I assume the same happened with Krem. We were there for protection, basically.
Oh, Krem went as well, huh? Hmm.
Yeah, why?
Well, that would explain the slightly odd behavior by him.
How do you mean? I
He,
haven't really.
well, he was also experiencing memory gaps here or there.
Hmm. Man, I shouldn't have told Lastrin about this. Oh, god damn it. Well, Lyria wanted to see if she could learn anything from the spirits there. Apparently, she thought that if she told Lastrin, he wouldn't allow it,
Oh,
so.
he wouldn't allow it.
Well,
Definitely.
yeah, so I guess that's why I will have to speak with him, won't I?
Indeed.
Hmm. Well, hello, my promotion. Good while it lasted.
Oh, I don't think this will count your promotion.
I don't know. I went behind his back. Well, I mean, it's his sister and all, but
Well, in all honesty, I might have done the same.
Serena raised an eyebrow. Really now?
Sometimes we have to think outside the box.
Yeah, but it seems that we fell out of the box in this particular instance, and I don't think we learned anything, at least.
True, it's not through success that we learn our greatest concepts of character.
You keep saying that. It's
He
like.
chuckled. He chuckled
It's.
a bit and he's like, it's a motto of mine.
Yeah, it's like. I don't know, you embrace failure or something? Because I don't. It's just. It's eating at me.
I don't really like it, but I embrace it and I learn from it.
Well, you were not embracing it after that watchtower,
He
so don't give me
says
that crap.
no, that was I learned from it though. And I learned to watch for certain things.
Yeah, I guess if a demon doesn't attack you, don't attack back.
He kind of looks at you and he says, oh, wow, where'd that scar come from?
What scar?
On your chest right there.
Oh, that was abdomen, it wasn't chest.
No,
The chest.
no,
Oh.
the two arrows that you took.
Um. Well, I guess you know my habit by now. I keep getting stuck by poisoned arrows or bolts.
He said, those are really bad for you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I I did come close, but I did take the leader down. However, with my last throw, so I guess it was worth it. I removed them all. I removed them. Okay.
Well done.
Yeah, I managed to do that for once.
And he helps you up and he says, well, I guess we have some things to do then.
I think you have something for me.
Raises an eyebrow. Didn't I just give you something?
She'll elbow him. I mean the scarf. I hope you
Ah,
didn't blood it.
he smiles and he goes and brings it back. And he looks a little bit upset and he says, I was in heavy combat and it took a little bit of damage, but it can be resewn.
Don't worry about it. It's good that you're back.
Spell mending can fix that.
And
Yep.
one
Easily.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know if that will fuck it up because it holds great significance to Serena. Okay.
It repairs it to its original
Mending literally
form.
just repairs it to its original state.
Yeah, I don't want
Yep.
it in its
I mean, yeah,
original state.
he said it can be stitched or mended, but either way, It looks like it got shrapneled a bit, like there's some holes in it here or there, but it is still
Wow.
intact, although it took some damage.
Well, it has more history now, I suppose.
Indeed, it does.
Well, since you're wondering, if you're wondering still, that was my mother's. It's
He
all
kind
I've
of
left.
he looks a little bit pained, and then he slowly comes in and kisses you very passionately. And then he
So there.
says, "Thank you for that. It's that does mean something to me, very much." Now,
Me too. No,
why
yeah.
don't we get back to our duties and see where the hell our clothes went?
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I think they're going down to the cells to see to Lyria. Maybe we should join them.
Indeed.
And to scuff around to find her things.
Yep, you guys do that, and we will transition scenes. Who is next?
Well, you need to put in some Porthos because Bullet
Yeah.
hasn't done anything.
Yep.
This
So
week.
Porthos wanted to talk
Porthos.
to Rex and Jolax, all right? So I'll go get him. So Porthos, you find your captain, Mr. Jolaxel, as he likes to be called, Rex.
I don't think I've told you this before, but there was some complications, and I somehow ended up becoming a Grey Warden.
So I heard. Congratulations, my friend. From what I hear, it is quite the honor.
Well, fuck the honor. I do not want it. I was joking when I said I wanted to join it, but now that it happened, I kind of regret it.
Have you ever heard the phrase, Porthos, that my mother used to say?
Ah,
Reap what you sow.
ah, look,
Bit of opportunity for your mama joke here.
it
So
is
that's
too
why
late for
a
regret.
dick for her son.
Anyway, look, I have proposed an idea that might get you more of those explosive things.
Let
From
me
the
guess. Let me guess. You want me to try and talk to some of the pirate fleets to join in this war, besides mine.
Wow, you are. How did you know?
Well, to be fair, last time you were drunk, you said you wanted to do that.
Oh, oh, oh. Don't
he,
tell
chuck-
Serena.
he chuckles. He chuckles a bit, and he says, "Oh, my lips are sealed."
He thumbs up. Okay, so what do you think? Would it work? Do you think they would take Inquisition gold here?
They might, because I may have just found a interesting little stash. You see that little? I think I found something for those. You know that money with that little trade business that you've been investigating?
Yes.
I think I have found it.
You did.
The Emporium. I think I found it.
The Emporium. Is it even real? What?
I think I found it.
He looks around like he gets closer. Where is this Emporium?
It is here and it is nowhere. But I may have found a entrance, so to speak.
Really now?
Yes.
Would you be so keen to share this knowledge with your old buddy?
I would. In fact, I would like you to come with me because if you want me to get the other pirate fleets in on this war, then I will need to get something from there.
And
Because
what
I
would that?
have a bit of a secret. I've been there before, although I don't know how to get there per se, but I think I found an entrance.
Porto's just open. Holy shit, man. You know how much people would pay if. No, we need to keep the secret to ourselves. No one else needs to know about the Emporium.
Indeed, and the Emporium could not only aid mine and your goals, but the Inquisition's as well. I'm sorry, my goals have started to ally with the Inquisition because they pay quite well. I'd like
Yes,
to
and
keep
they
it
get
that
you
way.
those explosives.
Indeed.
Well,
So perhaps we will take a trip and see if we can find this.
yes, that would be quite nice, but I do believe I need to apparently ask permission now, which is also why I kind of regret becoming a Grey Warden. All this asking and uh, it is quite annoying.
Ha!
But I'm pretty sure they will allow me some leave if I tell them about the very famous secretive Emporium, the Black Emporium.
Perhaps. Although, what
Uh,
happened? What happened just now? I heard some commotion down there. It seems
uh,
everyone's in a bit of a commotion. Something happened in the tavern, apparently.
Probably some drunk setting the tavern on fire again. At least this time it's not me.
Oh, not again. That's a good tavern.
Yes, quite like the dragon fish they have been serving lately. Apparently it's non-alcoholic now. Magic. Well, when did you say you were going to leave for this adventure?
Possibly within a few days.
I will get back to you. I think I'm going to check out the tavern.
Very well.
Don't want the tavern to burn down.
Indeed. Take care, Porthos.
To you too, my dear captain.
And as always, keep your eyes and ears open.
Thumbs up. And he's
Remem-
gonna waddle.
And remember, Porthos,
Remember what?
whisper your way to success.
Yes, Capitan.
Yes, my dear capitano.
This guy is fucking nerd.
uh, so yeah, Porthos now going to waddle to the tavern.
If you go to the tavern,
Tavern that's now empty.
well, there's
Mhm.
only one person in the tavern now.
Cram was there still, right?
Krem left, but
Oh,
you see Danos there.
Yay, eye patch.
Hey, Danos.
Hey, Porthos,
Uh,
what do you have?
Non-alcoholic stuff, because, well,
Sure.
What has happened exactly? I was having a nice talk, and out of nowhere, a lot of noise have been happening.
It seems that where's that whistle coming from? He looks around. Whistle. No. He pauses for a moment and he says, only that all of us in the Inquisition might be compromised and we may have moles, so to speak.
Ah, well, isn't that lovely? Ah, I suppose they would want to interview all of us then.
That is probably going to happen.
Ah, God damn it. Maker be damned and all that. Say, have you seen Krem?
Krem is in the back.
Well then, I'll go find Krem. I want to give him something.
Cram pie, maybe?
Some creme
No,
brulee.
that's what Lyria wanted.
God damn it, guys.
So you go talk to Krem, and he's sitting in the back, and he looks a little bit distraught, but he looks up when you come in. And he says,
Cremisius,
Porthos, well met.
just the man I am looking for. You know, he pulls a ring out of his pocket. I have heard that you are very close with our dear Inquisitor. Is that true?
Ouch.
I know this is really
Like-
fucking awful.
Like that timing,
Yes,
man. Oh my
I
god.
know.
Just horrible timing on your
Although
part.
Porthos doesn't even know what happened, so I guess
Exactly.
that makes sense.
That's why it's horrible
Yeah.
timing on his part.
It's perfect.
Krem literally just looks down.
Is that a yes or a no? Did I say something wrong?
That vague voice of panic in Porthos's voice.
Krem just doesn't say anything.
Uh, Portos is going to sit down. Look, I don't really know the Inquisitor that much, so I was hoping that you could. He puts a ring on the table. Give this to her, and since it is a ring, and the rumors have been very delightful, and I thought maybe I could somehow help you and also help the Inquisitor at the same time, because she almost died so many times, and I have found this in my lovely.
His look has gone from sorrow to utter confusion.
Ah, I am so confused right now. Am I saying something wrong?
Porthos, you
Porthos and
poor
his ring,
bastard.
man.
Look, it is to it is just a ring of it will give her more defense so she does not die in battle so many times or fall unconscious.
She received one. She found
What?
one when we battled the Grey Cloaks.
No, she was getting it from Porthos. He just hasn't given it to her
Oh,
yet.
okay, yeah. Well, yeah, he gives it to her. Okay, so yeah. Krem kind of
Yeah.
looks down and he says, yes, yeah, I guess.
Why? Uh,
Lyria is currently in the dungeon.
what? Come again?
Lyria is in the dungeon.
Is she
She,
doing the Serena thing and
she
the
has been
interrogating?
she has been accused of treason.
I'm sorry, what?
Lyria has been accused of treason.
Porthos is just gonna like look at him with so much confusion and his jaw just dropping like, what?
Apparently, her mind suffered the same thing that you suffered under Solus.
Okay, why would that be a treasonous thing? Then shouldn't I be in the dungeon as well? I am so confused right now. I think this is the bad time to give you the ring. Maybe I should just. Oof. Great timing. Oof.
Is it about time that we're gonna start questioning Lyria?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we'll go ahead and go to that scene. One thing's first
In
things
that
first here.
case,
First things first, Saris, does Saris have any declaration, or is Saris part of the interrogation?
Saris will probably come along.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm not sure.
well,
Yeah,
while Krem
yeah.
and
She'd be part
Porthos
of
were
it. She'd be part of
talking,
it.
while Krem and Porthos were talking,
Mm-hmm.
Jacqueline was going to send a message to Krem on whether or not he wants to attend.
Krem will attend. So Krem will get up in 10. Everyone's going to show up. We'll go ahead and start the scene. Basically, Lyria, the scene is kind of out of a class. It's almost like that scene in Harry Potter where they were interrogating the guy and they have all the spears pointing at him. Basically, your brother is in the cell. You've been handcuffed with dispelling manacles. You are ungagged, unblindfolded, and undeafened. However, all of the people in the room, with exception of some of the interrogators, there's a decent amount of named NPCs there, and basically all of them are pointing weapons and/or magic wands or stuff at you, and it's like 20,000 arrows or guns just pointed right at you, just nothing moving.
Yeah,
And
when her brother unblindfolds her, you would notice that, her makeup is smeared down her face. Something has happened. Clearly.
He sits down in a chair in front of her. Now that everyone is here and we're all in accord, Lyria, dear sister, why don't you tell us what's going on? In your words first.
Honestly, right now, I don't know. Everything is so many memories.
I'm sorry, but memories? Are you saying that You have new ones?
New ones, old ones that were altered, some that aren't mine.
Oh.
Your brother looks very pained when you're saying this. He looks over at some of the other mages, and they nod.
Question: am I there at that point, or I'm
Sure,
still?
we'll say you and Colin showed up.
Um, Lord
It's like my
Inquisitor.
mind is being pulled in 6 different directions at once, and I don't know what's right anymore.
I think I may know how this happened.
Inquisitor raises an eyebrow, and
And
then he says,
Serena will look at Lyria and she will go, I'm sorry.
That
I
was
have
when
to
it
do
happened.
this." Yes, I suspected as much. Well, before we left for Redcliffe, Lyria, Krem, and I went back to the temple. She wanted
"Sis,
to see if she could find any information from the spirits there, and nothing really happened, or at least that's what I thought. Because upon trying to remember, there were gaps. So I guess it wasn't as uneventful as I thought it was.
sis, sis."
I remember 2 different versions of what happened, and I don't know which one is real.
May I suggest that Morgan and I get to work on trying to help you sort that out?
I will aid in this matter too, but Lyria Levin,
I know I should have told you. I'm sorry.
he says in Dalish. So for anyone who speaks Elven,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
he says, Sister, did I not tell you that I was an extremely dangerous judge of character? What was the very conversation I had with you before you went off and did this?
To be careful, and I wasn't. I thought I could garner some information from the spirits. I wasn't expecting him to still be there.
That was a bit unexpected.
I would have figured he would have moved on to one of the other nodes by then.
Well, in common, Jacqueline's gonna say, well, there's no real way for us to discern whether or not he's going to stay in one place or go off in another direction.
She kind of winces because her head is still just absolutely killing her.
Sis, will you allow me to dream with you, to walk with you here? I will help put your memories in place. I cannot erase, I will not do that violation to you, but I will help you get your head clear.
Yes, there's something you need to see as well.
Nods a bit. He says, all right, so Morgan and Jacqueline, would let's see, I'm gonna roll a spellcraft check for everyone here, or at least all those that are helping. So that would be 3. Okay.
And you want me to roll a spellcraft?
I already did for you.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. The Lord Inquisitor got the highest.
My spellcraft's an 18, but
Oh, 18. So that will be 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24, yeah. So Jacqueline got the second highest. You all do your thing. And Jacqueline will not see this. Morgan will actually hear it, but not see anything. And then Lord Inquisitor will see all of the memories that you have shared there, or that happened.
And she's also going to show him what Solus showed her using the stone.
Yep. You go through motions again, and you see the horrible memories and the very grotesque mauling of Solus.
Poor guy.
And then your mind is clearing. The memories are all there, and everything is still like two by two by two. But it's cleared. There's order to it now. Even though all the memories exist, there's like an order, almost like a pattern or a sequence. Like someone, like you were watching out of character, like you were watching a movie and like everyone has the clips all jumbled. Now they're all organized and in a line. They're all still there, and you've still got two different versions of memories here and there, but they're ordered. You remember them, this one first, and then this memory came. And you know which ones are the ones that came first.
Which ones are the real memories?
Yeah. And even though they're all still there, you know which are there now. And after everything is said and done, your brother kind of looks at you, says, okay. He undoes your shackles, and he says,
At which point she just wraps her arms around him.
yep. He wraps his arms around you and he says, yes, stop scaring me so much.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So, Saris will pipe up. This is good, I'm guessing, but
I'm sorry, by the way. I almost did unspeakable things to you.
well, that's why I was there to stop you.
well, just everything good now?
Everything is
I
fine.
know what memories are real and what isn't, so.
Well, okay, what? So you were working for him? Did he fuck with you? Like, did he change your mind, or what?
Implanted false memories. He made me remember things that never happened.
Oh, that's
From now on, every single one of us that I assign on a mission, and I make this declaration, although I will not make it officially, just to everyone in this room, and I will do it individually from here on out. Anytime anyone is to go on a mission or scouting operation or anything that involves leaving Skyhold or leaving the site of the protection of this complex, I will be questioning myself. Everyone will meet personally with me in my office before each route. Everyone will meet personally with me in my office coming back from each mission. Is this understood by everyone in the room?
Yes.
Yes, brother.
Then
Yes,
let
sir.
it be, and then it is declared. I will see all of you in my office one by one. You may arrive at your leisure. And he goes to walk off.
Jacqueline will follow
Lestrin.
him to his office.
He turns around.
That memory that Solus shared with me. What do you think it means?
It means his mind is no longer his own. The gods have taken over. The wolf is out. And Solus is gone. If he's still in there,
words,
he is.
no more mercy.
If he is still in there, he is broken. I do not think we can save him. I'll give it my best shot.
The wolf intended to hurt me. When Krem knocked me out, I went to him.
I agree.
And I think The wolf intended to hurt me, but Solus stopped it.
Then we may have a chance.
He's still in there.
He is. And I will do my best, sis, to help him. But if it comes down to it, can you do this? If it needs to be ended?
Yes.
Okay.
And
And
if
then
you
he-
can't, I'll rip his head off.
And then he comes back, he gives you another hug, and he whispers in your ear in Dalish. He says, then be ready, because you're going home very soon.
She nods.
We'll need to take care of what's important first, and the seals are a top priority. Smiles, gives you a little kiss on the forehead, and he says, all right, you know the drill. One by one, in my office, at your leisure, I have assignments to give to everyone. He walks off.
Serena will go and hug Lyria.
While Jacqueline follows Lord Inquisitor to his office.
Saros will stay with Lyria for a while.
She kind of, looks at the other two and kind of asks that they leave her and Krem alone.
Krem isn't there.
Pretty
Yes.
sure
Yeah,
they
yes. No, he
said
showed
that
up.
he came.
Yeah, he showed up. He didn't say anything, but he showed up.
Oh.
Jacqueline contacted him and was like, hey, do you want to join us? Make sure that once we get this all through, she's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, just a moment, guys. Have to go AFK. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess we shouldn't be doing any secret things anymore.
That shouldn't have been doing secret things from the start.
That was my fault.
No, Lyria, it wasn't.
No, it was. I asked you
Well,
to keep it from my brother
yes.
because I knew you would tell me not to.
And I, against my better judgment, listened. I should have expected something to go wrong, or since it didn't, we should
And
have
enough
reported it.
blaming each other or yourselves. What's past is past. Let's look to the future.
Lyria, is there anyone else who might be affected?
Yes, it could be any of us. It could be all of us.
But
She
maybe you
looks-
remember
He
something.
looks to Serena. He altered your memory as well as Krem's.
Yes, I know that he did something because there are gaps. So whatever happened there, I don't know about it.
Well, that should be the priority, right?
Well, apparently we know what happened. Now,
We know what happened.
it just is not part of my memory. Ouch.
Serena, Sarah. We'll
Sorry
be
about
fine.
that. Yeah, we'll go ahead. So we're gonna go and
it's-
wait outside the office, I guess.
Yep, it's
in
just
a
Krem.
line.
It's just Krem and Lyria.
Sorry for dragging you into all of this.
It's all right. It was my decision to come along.
Because I asked you.
You did. I could have said no, though.
But would you have?
Probably not. I like you too much.
And cue the blushing.
So childish.
Yeah.
He'll come up and he'll hold you.
Well, that's new.
Yeah.
At least you didn't squeeze your boob yet.
You notice that he seems to have been. He seems to look just as upset as you are. This is new to him. He has never felt this kind of like he's had a hard life. Like he's told you a little bit of his backstory, and he has had a hard life, especially with his dad going into slavery, and but he's never been violated like that. And
Well,
it's,
technically he had been though.
well, not like this, though.
Didn't he
This
get
is,
brain fucked before, and we found out a few
well,
Mm-hmm.
no,
sessions ago?
yeah, not like this, though. This was not only that, was failed to, he, not only in getting, F like this, but he failed to help his friends out, failed to help his comrades out. That
Failed
was
to
also
help
pretty
out
big.
his lover.
Or a woman that he liked. Well, yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. So he's not looking too good. He's looking pretty upset.
She just kind of squeezes him a little tighter.
He also failed his will save. Um, he holds you.
Suppose we should get out of the dungeons, maybe.
We could. If we wanted
Or
No sex dungeons in the place we keep the prisoners, damn it. It sets a bad example for the prisoners.
We could go back to my room.
the virgin wakes up.
Let me see here. Hold on.
Always be careful with the virgins.
She's
on.
not offering sex. She's not ready for that yet.
I know. I'm just rolling to see what happens here. Hold on.
How old is she?
19.
Oh,
No, no.
That's a natural 20. He'll say yes.
So they go back to her room,
All right.
and we can flash over to the others for now.
So we'll go ahead and do a scene with Jacqueline here, and then I'll see if Sarah says any last-minute declarations, and then we'll end the session. So going to Jacqueline in the Inquisitor's office, right?
Yep.
Oh, this was the last thing I needed, Jacqueline, with this happening. Now everything is a mess.
Well, you had to tell your sister about Solus.
I didn't think it would go like that.
We both know she has a very kind soul, so of course she's going to try and reason with him.
I don't know. In all honesty, I once would have tried to do the same. And I will still try and save my old ally, but I think he's lost, Jack. After what I saw, even if he's still in there, I don't know how to extract 4 or 5 gods, as I say in quotes, out of another being. And even if I could,
think about it, he's an abomination now with all those gods inside of him. One human or one elf or one dwarf can't even handle one spirit inside their body without going insane.
yeah. So imagine how it's
he
4 or
lasted
5.
as long as he did.
That's the funny thing about Solus. He either had a will of iron or a will of paper. Anyway, Jan, I'm going to need you to go to the Dalish Woods as well.
To keep an eye on your sister?
That and having you and her as primary spellcasters would be a good idea to help find off the seal. If you find the seal, and if you use this scroll that I've made, this spell, it will prevent Solus from destroying it.
Alrighty.
It took me a while to make these damn things, and I found out how to get them on scrolls.
Well, it's also an ancient type of magic, isn't it?
It's very old. Don't ask how I knew it.
Well, I have a feeling it was something you found in some Dalish ruins.
Oh yeah, I killed a man to get it.
Alrighty.
Nods and he says, and then he scans you. He does his whole mumbo jumbo. Do you resist?
No.
Okay, you're clean. He finds nothing on you. However, you encountered Solus, but there was no memory altering. But he was disguised. but you apparently ran into him because there was traces of his
Hit-
magic on you.
And okay. Huh. I wonder when that could have happened and why he didn't try to mold me to his
His eyes go wide, and then he looks up at you and he's like, "The book."
the woman.
Slams his fist on the table.
Fuck.
Oh well, nothing bad came of it. He looks over at the book that he has on his office desk, reads through it. He says, "Yep, sure enough, there was a booby trap on this book. But for whatever reason, you didn't trigger it. Interesting."
Well, I didn't want to risk a chance of opening it up and something bad happening, so I wanted Morgan to look at it first.
Good thing she gave it to me first. All right. That'll be all, Jacqueline. I'll have the details of the mission later. And remember, talk of this to no one. Each and every person will be assigned their mission, and no one else other than the people on it will know what is happening. This way, we can stay one step ahead of Solus.
Will do.
That'll be all.
At which point, Jacqueline will give a bow and then walk out of the office.
Ready? Saris, any last minute declarations?
Nope. Not really. Nope.
Okay. So with that, everyone gets 500 gold for this session.
Sweet.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good one.